All right, let's talk about something that could, and I'm not kidding, literally save you a fortune. We're about to dive into maybe the single most important idea in all of crypto, how you can actually own your stuff, in a way that means it can never, ever be lost or taken away from you.
So $200 million. Imagine seeing that number every single day, knowing it's yours, but you can never, ever touch it. It's like a digital ghost, right? A massive fortune just sitting there locked away behind a password that's gone forever.
Okay, so to get why this stuff is so critical, we have to start with a story. And it's a terrifying but true story about a programmer named Stefan Thomas. See, way back when, he got paid 7,002 Bitcoin for making a video. He stored them on this special encrypted hard drive, jotted down the password on a piece of paper, and then he lost the paper. Now here's the crazy part. That hard drive only gives you 10 guesses to get the password right. He's already used 8 of them.
Section 1, the $200 million mistake. Yeah, a lost password for 7,002 Bitcoin. I mean, Stefan's whole situation just perfectly sums up the double-edged sword of crypto, right? There's no bank you can call. There's no forgot my password button to click. The network, it doesn't care who he is. It only cares about one single thing. Does he have the key? And this is what changes everything about how we think about ownership.
And this is really the core of it. In crypto, ownership isn't about who you are. It's all about what you know. Think about it. A regular bank, they want to know who you are, right? They need your face, your driver's license, your social security number, the whole deal. The crypto network, it has no idea who you are. It doesn't know your name, doesn't care where you're from. It asks one simple question. Do you know the secret that unlocks the money? If you know it, you're the owner. If somebody else finds it out, well, then they are. It's that simple, and that's scary.
So, Section 2, a mailbox and a key. It's a simple metaphor for how all this crypto stuff works. Okay, so how does this big secret, how does it actually work? Well, let's break it down with a super simple analogy that'll make it all click. Don't worry about the crazy math or anything, just picture a mailbox.
All right, so first up, we have what's called the public key. Think of this as the little slot on the front of that mailbox. It's your crypto address. And the cool thing is, you can share this with literally anyone. Put it on your website, tweet it out, shout it from the rooftops. It's totally safe because all anyone can do with it is put stuff in. They can send your money. That's it.
And then there's the private key. This is the actual physical key that unlocks the little door on the mailbox. It's the only way to get anything out. So let's be super clear. You give someone your mail slot address, your public key, they can send you funds. You give them the key to the door, your private key, and they can and will take everything inside.
So let's break it down even simpler. Your public key, that's what you share. It's for receiving funds. It's basically like your email address. You give it out so people can send you stuff. Now your private key, that's what you hide. It's for sending funds. This is like your email password. It's what proves you're you and lets you access everything. So one is for sharing, one is for hiding. You've got to get that right.
Section 3, your 12-word lifeline. And this is the most important backup you'll ever own. Okay, so you're probably thinking, a private key sounds like some crazy, super long string of numbers and letters. How on earth am I supposed to handle that without messing it up? And you'd be right. But luckily, the industry came up with a really smart, human-friendly solution for this.
It's called a seed phrase. You might also hear it called a recovery phrase. And what it is brilliant. Instead of that giant, impossible-to-remember number, your private key is just turned into a simple list of 12 or sometimes 24 really common words. We're talking simple words you already know. And for all practical purposes, these words are your private key. They're just in a format a human can actually write down and understand.
And here's why they're so powerful. These words, in their exact specific order, are your master key to everything. I mean, if your phone falls in a lake, if your computer gets stolen, if your house burns down and you lose everything, you can just get a new device, download a new wallet app, type in these 12 words, and boom, all of your crypto just reappears. It really is your ultimate lifeline.
Okay, listen up, because this is the most important thing I'm going to say. Never, ever share these words. I really can't stress this enough. These words are your money. They're not a username. They're not a password you use to log into some website. They are the crypto itself. So if anyone, and I mean anyone, for any reason asks you for these words, they are 100% a scammer trying to steal everything from you. There are zero exceptions. None. So, how do you protect them? There are a few golden rules, and you have to follow them. First, you never ever type them into a website. Any website asking for your seed phrase is a scam. Second, never take a picture or a screenshot of them. Your phone could get hacked.
Third, never save them in a digital file. No Google Docs, no emails, no Notes app. Anything connected to the internet is a risk. And finally, you never ever give them to someone who says they're customer support. Real support will never ask for your seed phrase.
All right, final section, how to keep it safe. This is all about choosing between convenience and security. So now you know all about your keys and your magic 12 words. The next logical question is, where do you actually keep this stuff so you can use your crypto? Well, that's where something called a wallet comes into play.
Now, a crypto wallet isn't what you think. It's not like the leather wallet in your pocket that holds cash. It doesn't actually hold any coins. A better way to think about it is like a keychain. It's just a place to store your keys. And these keychains, or wallets, they come in two main types. You've got hot wallets. Those are things like mobile apps or browser extensions that are always connected to the internet. And then you've got cold wallets. These are little physical devices. They kind of look like a USB stick, and they're kept completely offline.
So which one should you use? Well, it's really a classic trade-off between convenience and security. Think of it like this. A hot wallet is like your checking account. It's super convenient for day-to-day spending, but because it's online, it's a bit less secure. You wouldn't keep your life savings in it. A cold wallet, on the other hand, is like your savings account, or maybe even a safe deposit box. It's way more secure for long-term storage, but it's a little less convenient to use for a quick transaction.
And all of this, everything we've talked about, boils down to probably the most famous saying in all of crypto. Not your keys, not your coins. You're going to hear this a lot. And it's the #1 lesson to take away from this. If you don't personally control that private key, like if you're just leaving your coins on a big crypto exchange, then you don't actually own the coins. What you own is an IOU. You own a promise from that company to give you your coins when you ask for them. And that's a very different thing.
When you're the one holding your own keys, you've achieved something called self-custody. And what that means is you are totally in control. You're sovereign. No bank, no government, no company can freeze your funds or take your assets. You are quite literally your own bank. But you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. If you lose that seed phrase, there is no one to call. There's no 1-800 number. It's all on you. So after everything we've gone over today, it really just boils down to one simple question. And it's a question you have to ask yourself about any digital assets you might have. Who holds your keys?